All right, viewers, time now for the WION Newsroom, and now be joined by my colleagues Kanishka Sarkar, Miraj Shah and Atira Shashidhar. And let's start with Kanishka to give us all the market updates. Kanishka, over to you.
That's right, Shrivan. Lots happening. Markets have begun to finally recover. While oil and gold, they have started easing. Let's start with the market first. Asian markets, they have rebounded after a volatile previous session. This even as investors remain cautious over renewed tensions in West Asia. South Korea's Kospi index that surged nearly 3%. That's after slipping into bear territory yesterday. Japan's Nikkei that also gained while Hong Kong traded slightly higher. Back in India, the Sensex climbed over 500 points and the Nifty moved back above the 24,000 mark, and that was helped by value buying and foreign investor inflows finally. Meanwhile, the US stock futures, they edged higher after Wall Street closed mixed overnight. Now, investors are awaiting key US economic data for further direction. Moving on, let's talk about oil prices as well, which eased slightly during the day after surging in the previous session. This was following fresh US strikes on Iran. Brent crude remained near that $78 per barrel mark, whereas US crude held above $73. Remember, this comes as markets continue to monitor developments around the Strait of Hormuz and possible supply disruptions going forward. On the other hand, gold remained volatile. After falling earlier on concerns that higher oil prices could keep interest rates elevated, the precious metal has recovered as investors weighed geopolitical risks as well as inflation concerns. Now let's shift focus to India, which is signaling a tougher approach towards cryptocurrency. According to Reuters, the Reserve Bank of India has reiterated its preference for keeping banks and financial institutions away from crypto-related activities. It has warned that even rupee-backed stable coins could pose financial risks. The Income Tax Department has also stepped up scrutiny, saying that many crypto traders have not reported their holdings. Despite nearly 39 million crypto investors in India, the sector continues to operate without a dedicated law. In fact, a parliamentary report expected during the monsoon session could provide more clarity on the government's next steps. And that is it from business. For more tech updates, now let's go to Miraj.
Thank you, Kanishka. Now, China is reportedly planning to allow some of its leading AI companies to purchase a limited number of NVIDIA's H200 AI chips. According to reports, Alibaba, ByteDance and DeepSeek have been informed that they could soon receive approval to buy the chips. Beijing is said to be considering approval for fewer than 200,000 H200 chips, which is about half the number requested by companies earlier this year. Now, the move comes as Chinese tech companies face a growing shortage of AI computing power, while the Chinese government continues to support domestic chip development. Moving on, the US National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has asked self-driving car companies to address a growing pattern of driverless vehicles interfering with emergency responders. Now, the agency said that it has documented several cases where autonomous vehicles blocked ambulances, firefighters, or failed to respond to emergency signals such as flashing lights, smoke, and traffic cones. The NHTSA has said that it will hold meetings with autonomous vehicle developers by the end of the month to discuss solutions. The agency has also warned that any self-driving vehicle getting in the way of first responders poses a risk to public safety. Finally, SpaceX AI, formerly known as XAI, has launched Grok 4.5 and described it as the most advanced AI model for coding and agentic tasks. The company said that Grok 4.5 is powered by tens of thousands of NVIDIA GB300 GPUs and focuses on high-quality data processing. The model is now available in the US through the Grok Build coding agent, Cursor, and the SpaceX AI developer console, with European availability expected in mid-July. SpaceXI has priced Grok 4.5 at $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens, positioning it as a lower cost option for developers. That's all we have for you from Tech. For sports, it's over to you, Athira.
Thank you so much, Miraj. Here are the top sports stories we're tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with football first, where the FIFA World Cup quarterfinals are here, and title favourites France and African giants Morocco kick off the round in a repeat of the 2022 semi-final. 2022 finalists France enter the clash as the front-runners once again. Morocco are a force to be reckoned with. France have been the standout team in the tournament and undoubtedly have the best set of attacking players at their disposal. Their captain Mbappe has enjoyed a superb tournament so far and has scored 7 goals in 5 games, and he will have a chance to go ahead in the Golden Boot race. He is just one behind Lionel Messi. Meanwhile, Morocco are now the 6th highest ranked team in the world and have improved since their defeat 4 years ago. A victory against France will be their greatest result in their history. Over in tennis now, French Open champion Alexander Zverev ended his losing streaks against an injured Taylor Fritz and reached his first Wimbledon semi-final. The second seed had lost his previous 7 encounters with Fritz. He trailed 10-5 in the head-to-head, which included 2 defeats at the All England club. But in their quarterfinal match, the 6th seed injured his knee, and the German capitalized on that and claimed a 6-4, 6-4, 6-2 win. It is Zverev's first win over Fritz in more than 2 years. The world number 3 will play qualifier Arthur Frey next. The 23-year-old dispatched 9-seed Flavio Cobolli to reach the last 4. It took him 2 hours and 14 minutes to win the match 6-4, 7-6, 6-0. The 23-year-old dropped ground as the crowd chanted his name after becoming the first men's wildcard to reach the Wimbledon semi-final for 24 years. Overall, the Briton is only the 4th male wildcard to reach the last 4 at a Grand Slam. Before this week, world number 114 Frey had never gone beyond the 2nd round at the Wimbledon. Well, with that, we've come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Shivan.
Athira, thanks so much for those updates. Also, thank you to Miraj and Kanishka for getting us the technology and market updates. That's a wrap on this edition of the News Bulletin. I'm Shivan Chandna. Stay with us.